Just passed was Black History Month, and I gotta say it, I don't know if I'm speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for myself. I'm one of those people that says we gotta drop Black History Month only for one reason, because to me it's not what it means to black people, it's what it means to white people, as in, oh, this is our designated time to give a shit about black people. No, because as long as they see that there, they don't give a shit about us for the rest of the year. So, yeah, tear it down. And plus, it gives them a pass to only talk about black people that part of the month. That only on that month in school. That's the only time they get to do that too. So you know what? Fuck y'all. Black history is every goddamn day. What you need to know is this. Asian people helped build this country. The Italians helped build this country. The motherfucking Irish helped build this country. The motherfucking Latinos helped a huge part of this country. But you know who did the most goddamn work and also innovated every fucking thing that came across our fucking path? Black people. Africans that live in America. We built this fucking country.
Let's be real, D. You include Italians and Irish as though they somehow got held down.
I'm just saying.
The only thing Irish people got told is, hey, eat your fucking potatoes, you motherfucker. That's about it.
You know how hard it is for an Italian man to go into a motherfucking grocery store without somebody looking at him like he's about to steal something? You know how hard it is for him just to drive knowing that they're going to judge him off of his color? Wait a minute, he doesn't know that shit? Well, guess he ain't a black person because that's how we feel every goddamn day. But here's the thing. Like I said, every day is Black History Month. And this is not to push aside Women's Month, which this is what it is. March is Women's Month. Somewhere everybody get a fucking month. I just got to be real with you. I hate that because it makes designated time for you to give a shit. Fuck you. It should be every day. You should be reminded every day of the awesome things people do to this earth. Anyway, fuck all that. You know what we gonna call March? March is where we get to see movies where white people excel in the field of science. And when they excel in the field of science, one thing always stopped them. Is it the experiment itself? No, not really. Is it bad planning? No, not really. Is it, I don't know, bad writing or just convenience that fucks them all up? No, not really. You know what hurts all of these sciences and all of these movies? White people shit.
Damn it.
This month is Damn It White People Month.
Sponsored by Budweiser.
Sponsored by Red Bull.
Hold on. You mean to tell me the Jaeger bomb sponsorship went through? God damn it, guys.
Hold on. Also sponsored by Wranglers.
You mean what happened to the Jordan ass jeans? What the fuck, guys? God damn it.
I gotta say this, man. So before...
hold on. I think we need two more white people. Aeropostale.
What about the parsnips dealer? The parsnips?
Jim's Parsnips, where you get your local parsnips.
Oh my God!
Like
and of course, all right. Our boy DJ Sue is not on this episode, but we do have a special guest. He was going to be on here regardless. It's our boy. He is one of our favorite guests of all time. Motherfucking prime goddamn Gundam. We just had a long conversation about comics before we even started this fucking podcast. So it's always a pleasure to talk to this nigga. How you doing, Prime, man?
Well, guten Tag, lads. Guten Tag. And I just want to say that the shit that you have me watching, thank God for Voodoo credits, but somebody owes me $2.50 in my time back.
I'll say this.
I'm sorry.
You paid? Oh, man.
I had to rent the shit. Like, what the...
I mean, look,
shit.
Prime, don't you know you do what we do with Kamen Rider? You steal. That's the recipe, sir. What are you talking
I'm just saying, you know what D did? I sailed the 7 seas, my matey. That's what the fuck I did. Shit.
See,
That's the first thing I do.
my fucking fault for trying to be an upstanding moral citizen. God damn it, Prime.
Look, all I'm saying is this,
No,
right?
it's all good, Prime.
I know
You want to go use those credits anyway.
all I'm saying is this, right? White listeners might be like, why are you picking on white people? Understand, all right? It is proven, and we've watched plenty of movies. Minorities, mainly black people, let's just focus on us as black people. We have respect for nature and science as a whole to a degree. The only breeding we will ever do is between a pit bull and whatever other dog that we can breed it with. That's about it. That's all you're gonna get.
Like number one, Lady Detective Agency has a really good line about that shit. Like, oh, what was it? Where she was like, fucking white people and like not respecting nature. Like, what was it?
I haven't seen that show in a while, but I know what you're talking about.
Like, she has a really great line. Damn it, I can't remember what the line was.
But we definitely respect nature. We'll splice a pit bull with a fucking Doberman and all that stuff. That's the closest.
Hold on. No, real talk. No, let's make it real reality. We'll splice 2 dogs together because last time we did that, we got green eyes, man. That pit bull was pretty as shit, man. So we try and do that again. Yeah. That's the most we will do. You're right. That is the most black people would do. And some reason we cut their ears. Look, dog, come on, man.
Hey,
that's just fucked up, y'all. We gotta stop doing that one, man.
That's the most fucked up stuff. But like past that, you will never hear about like a black person like, man, I spliced an actual tiger with a shark. Tiger shark. That would never happen.
Why?
That would never happen.
Nigga, why? Nigga, why?
Because we know there are bad things that come from it. And in the history of sci-fi movies, I mean, look at real life. Who's cloning sheep? White people. Ain't no black scientists that's like, yo, we want to clone some sheep. Black scientists are trying to cure AIDS, and they're being denied that shit. That's just how it is.
Yeah, man. And then we're like, yeah, man. Also, we got this thing to clear up the air quality around the world in under 10 years. Yeah, whatever, Negro.
And also the one disease that's killing black people unknowingly and people don't talk about it much. Sickle cell. We've been trying to cure that shit for a long ass goddamn time.
For a long ass goddamn time, man. Like, look, and the thing that killed me about this is like, all of these movies, it does come to that. Like, why? Why? What's the fucking point? The last time we did something like this was actually which is this month is actually a cousin to a month we had before when animals attack, which is, god damn it, white people. Like in Congo. Now Congo, black people started that shit. We started breeding gorillas that got a little bit too fucking strong.
Hey, look, Africa has to answer for that, all right?
Hey, look, that was black people's fault. We admit it. We fucked up on that. But then we had man's best friend and Lance Henderson. I just had to mention Lance Henderson. That's my nigga. That's one of my favorite actors. But anyway, Lance Henderson decided, let me get a mastiff and let me mix this motherfucker with a tiger.
First off, there be that one thug black guy that's like, hey, dog, you're doing a little too much, man. I didn't even ask for this shit. What are you doing?
I mean, he just made up. Look, then we did Deep Blue Sea, which was white people fucking with sharks.
Sam Jackson just want the money. Sam Jackson just want the money off the white people's backs. I respect that.
But the shit that fucked me up about that was, we was like, oh, that's going to cure disease. Like, wait a minute, how big is that shark's brain?
Yeah, Alzheimer's. That's what's going to cure Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it was going to cure Alzheimer's. It's like, how big is that shark's brain? Like, wait a minute, that shark is like big as a human's brain. You're like, you just fucked up. You know that, right? Like, and I'm sitting there, why? Why did you give that thing to a shark?
Sam Jackson asked the question, and LL Cool J was like, look, I'm cooking food for you guys, so just don't bring that shit near me, all right? Shit.
Like, why?
Like, you were so busy being preoccupied with that you didn't stop to think, should you?
Jeff Goldblum should be the spokesperson for white people that are actually smart. Because even in Jurassic Park, I'm like, no black person would come up with bringing back dinosaurs. I'm sorry, that's just not what's happening.
Chris, and that was fun. Speaking of which, Jurassic Park because Chris got into a fight, got into a little back and forth with somebody that was like, "Oh, that's racist. How is it white people? Why did you blame white people for the end of the last Jurassic Park movie?" We're like, "Yeah. Why would the dinosaurs are dying? Let me open up the door to make the dinosaurs go out with people."
Put that black family in that fucking Jurassic Park short in that same scenario. They'd be looking at the little girl like, "You know what, babe? We can get some ice cream. So just go ahead and let them die. All right, let's get some ice cream. We're out of here. Boom, let's go."
Baby, you gotta understand. If you let the dinosaurs out, they're gonna kill everybody, including your mom, and then you can't play your PlayStation.
That's it.
PlayStation.
Not the PlayStation.
I know, like, had a Black Dynamite Joe. No, not the PlayStation.
I swear to God, if that was the ending for Fallen Kingdom where the black family did that shit, 5 out of 5 stars easily. It's like, whoa, that was a great fucking movie right there, man.
Yeah. Here comes Chris Pratt. Like,
is Blue
why?
alive? Is Blue alive? No, he's not.
Like, why is she doing it? She's like, "No, I like the fact that they all had this look like it's the right thing to do." Okay, white people, why?
Dude, the Puerto Rican kid didn't say shit. That's what pissed me off too. I'm like, dude, you didn't say no? You didn't like be the voice of reason? No. What are you doing?
Oh my God. Okay.
But I'm adding to Splice. This movie, there was not a single. Okay, so here's the thing about Splice, right? It's 2 scientists, one played by Adrian Brody and the other played by Sarah Polley. They're revolutionizing us at this company called Nerd.
And you know for a fact,
damn it.
you know for a fact, the screenwriter was patting himself on the back like, "Look at this acronym, I'm awesome, get it? Because they're fucking nerds."
And in doing that and stuff, they basically they basically have these creatures that they splice together, and it gets like this protein out of it that would help them develop, I guess, cures for diseases and other shit. Basically,
Yeah.
Good question.
They're like here's the thing. How do they make them?
Well, that was the key thing though, because they had a male one, and then they made another one that was female, and they were going to mate, and that was going to be the big thing for the company. The company was like, "All right, you're going to have to terminate the hybrid before it reaches full term." But during the whole process, they decide, all right, we want to sit there and test this on humans. And the people in charge of the company, rightfully so, was like, no.
Now here's the thing. I like how this movie try to make that the issue. Like, should we test on humans?
It's like, we Batman Beyond now.
I'm like, yo, man, come on, man. It's a sci-fi movie, man. Go with the shit, man. Come on, let's do it. Like, don't bring no morality in this shit.
I mean,
Like, the one time the company's moral was like, "Nah, dog, don't do that."
Animals, we're great. We'll splice that monkey with a wolf. No problem. But no humans. We can't do that. Nope.
Like, could you not?
It's like,
Please?
It's like, that's your line right there. Like, Sarah McLachlan would be rolling over in her grave. Well, she's still alive, but still, it's just...
Yo, we're like, no, you can't. So they try to go a different route about it, and so I like how Sarah Polley finally, I guess they got it to where they like it, because, you know, they do a whole lot of science stuff. And when I say science stuff, I'm talking about they just eat up screen time and do really pretty much
stuff
nothing.
Dripping in tubes and them sticking needles into petri dishes and looking inside
And
of
doing
it.
this and saying scientific stuff like, you know what, the readings last night weren't what I wanted it to be. I don't know what to do next. That type of bullshit. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like, Adrian, are you taking your character from Solo and trying to spice it up a little bit? Because it's the same shit.
Speaking of which, this is our 4th Adrian Brody movie, if I am mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is our 4th one because we did Predators. He was in Predators. We did Solo, where he died in Solo. And we did him in what was that? Angels in the Outfield, where he died in that.
No. He didn't die in Angels in the Outfield.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he got hit by a car after the movie was over.
Clearly his career didn't die, so he didn't die. It was was great.
I'm just surprised that Matthew McConaughey was in that movie with him.
See, people
I'm still shocked at that.
You know what it is? We forget because like he did that movie after he did fucking Dazed and Confused, which is like his big fucking hit and shit. So it's what the fuck you doing at Angels in the Outfield, dude? You just did all right, like 2 years before. What's going on here?
Well, I need that Disney. I need some type of money. Anybody that said yes, and it was interesting. I knew this guy that worked at Buena Vista. Yeah, this guy named Ted. He was a fucking awesome guy. He died of AIDS like 5 years ago, actually. But he got me into the studio, right? And I was like, you need a good looking guy. I'm like, hey, I play a little baseball. I'm just lying. I only fucking play football. I'm from Texas. I never played fucking baseball in my life. So I fucking went out there, say, hey, you look good. I'm going to put you out there. I was like, wait a minute. Do I know you from somewhere? Like, yeah, I'm from Dazed and Confused. Like, holy shit. Can't give you no fucking lines.
I gotta ask this. How they get the bright idea to say, fuck you, company, because you clearly don't know shit, and they're going to decide to actually breed a human with animal DNA.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could possibly go wrong?
Because Sarah Polly just said that she put something in there. It's her DNA. It's her fucking DNA.
Yeah, we didn't find out till later on because Adrian was like, yeah, it was supposed to be a random person, not yours.
Well, but I got a question.
Like, why does that make it any better? Like, it's supposed to be like, excuse me?
I mean, I'm jumping ahead here. Adrian Brody fucks the creature, so I'm assuming it's because the creature had her DNA in him. He had an attraction versus if it wasn't her DNA.
No, don't worry. Hey, Chris, don't worry. We'll get to that part in time.
Hey, we will.
We can talk all about it when we get there.
That was a weird.
Trust me.
That was a weird.
Trust me.
Weird.
That is a suitcase we have to unpack, son.
Which
don't worry. We're gonna get there.
Which, by the way, the chick that did the motion capture for it, I gotta say, people don't talk enough about her because we talk about Andy Serkis. I gotta say, this chick playing Dren, that's the name of the creature because it's the backwards nerd. Ha.
So clever. So
very clever. I gotta give her credit for I give her credit for the motion capture for the creature though. I gotta give her big ups on that one.
I don't know. All it is like looking curious at shit. That's all it really is.
I know, but I don't
know. I kind of dug like she kind of moved inhumanly like the little like awkward like body twitches and shit. Like okay.
I mean,
yeah, it's something.
Yeah, it's something.
But that's the thing that's kind of funny. You see the thing when it comes out of its hibernation or chamber or whatever it was. And
you mean it's in training form?
Yeah. Yeah, because it came out looking like a motherfucking cocoon. It was basically growing like a fetus on the outside. It was slowly.
And at one point.
And did you notice like the subtle foreshadowing of like its different stages? It started off as a penis, then it had the vagina on its fucking forehead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I never noticed that. Because this movie's crazy. There's always something else to notice. But yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's something off the break. Here's Sarah with the thing when it first come out. She's like, no, come here. It's okay. Adrian Bro's like, shoot it. Fucking shoot it.
Get it out of here now.
I like how the fucking scientist who know they are making this shit is instantly losing his mind. Like, yo,
what did we do?
God. No, I played God.
I mean, once Dren eventually, because they found out at one point, it basically accelerates his aging and stuff, which is again something they didn't expect. To which I'm like, this is why they told you do not splice with humans because you don't know what the fuck it's gonna do.
I like how as all this is going on, their company is on the outside. Like, so what's going on with stage 2? Well, we're trying. Yeah, we're trying. What's fucking taking
You
so
do
long?
know this meeting is happening next week. I hope you know that, right?
No, there's billionaires in there, right? There's billionaires in there. And what do you think we do as scientists? We find discoveries and stuff. Actually, I have the discovery for sickle cell anemia. Get that shit out of my face, motherfucker.
We breed animals here. What are you talking about?
We're running the business here, not goddammit.
That's not mad scientisty enough.
Sickle cell, fuck the niggers. Done.
You know where you work.
Exactly.
Oh God! No, real talk. I think they found a cure for sickle cell anemia in 1979, and they just been killing off any doctor that goes, "Eureka! I found it!" And like like a I don't know, like a dart hit him in the back of the neck, and they like in Venezuela or some shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I'm going with this?
Some dude who wakes up in a tub with his organs gone. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Niggas in the middle of Africa, some crack whore is having sex with him. He's like, "What's going on?"
It's like,
You have witnessed too much.
Yeah, in fact, I think you know what? In fact, I think I'm just gonna get dark here. It's gonna turn to hostile all of a sudden. I found a cure for cancer. Oh shit, was that a dart in my neck? Ugh.
Yo, man. Nah, you wait. No. How much of a nightmare? Real talk. Think about it. You do that shit, and a dart hits you that you go black, and all of a sudden you hear your boy from motherfucking Far Cry saying, "Do you know the definition of insanity?"
It's like,
oh my God, why the fuck am I? And they just pass you a motherfucking AK. You're confused as fuck.
Dude, because this
fucking
thing,
terrifying is that.
Because again, these scientists in these movies, it's like, oh, you found a cure for sickle cell, huh? Not exotic enough. Get it out of here.
Now, I get it. They had to show the little businessy side of it because, this is real talk. This is a lot of fucking money. And,
They really pull a lot of money into this shit. It's like, wow.
And again, I still have a question. So did they ever state like what particular disease they were trying to cure, or was it like just generic cure-all magic drug?
Generic drugs.
Generic.
That's not how. Okay, sure. All right. I'll go with it.
I know what you look, Prime, and I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to put logic into something that doesn't deserve logic. That's why I said deserve logic. Do you really think this deserves logic? No, it doesn't. So I like how they did at one point they had to move the creature, and the creature's all making noises and shit, and shit like that, right?
Gotta take it to Oregon to our cabin.
Yo, Brody, my nigga, the whole time is just like, this is stupid, this is dumb.
Hey, dude, it's like, I'm looking at him like, hey, first off, your wife got more balls than you, first off. Just putting that out there.
Wait a minute, was that
Second
really
of all,
wife?
Second of all, yeah, they were married. Second of all, y'all living in that cramped ass apartment, and she got this big ass farmhouse in the fucking country. Are you shitting me right now?
Yo, but the shit that
backwards.
killed me. But the shit that killed me that was later on in the movie. They moved it down to like the basement of the place they were in, and when they moved it down there, they made like a little itty bitty space for it and all the rest of that shit. At this point, it looks like a baby. You're like, yo,
where did the dress come from? I mean,
where did the dress come from?
The dress came from. This is a kind of a mini subplot that they kind of gloss over in the movie. They wanted to have kids, and the whole thing was her character kind of goes into the stereotypical of what men think women want, which is control in the relationship, right? And
like another thing, like the movie. To its benefit, like, it didn't spell it out and it didn't beat you over the head with it, but she's a trauma survivor.
Yeah.
And there's some shit going on with her mom.
Yeah, so she wants control over everything, and including if I'm going to have a kid, I want to have 100% control over it, and that's basically why she put her DNA in it, because she felt if she put her DNA in it, then she'll have more control versus just, random person's DNA in it. She has no control over it.
Which also, by the way, the very next scene, after they have that fucking argument, the very next scene, she's dawdling over fucking Dren, or like what? You know what?
Again, it's like this movie goes back and forth on what the fuck it wants.
I loved how and y'all see, and people are saying on the Twitter page how she picks up Dren. So look at her. Can anybody look at his face and say it's a miracle? And I'm like, yo,
Adrian Brody had a look of like,
nigga,
conceited face.
Did you put a dress on it?
His face was like, you could tell he was complaining. He's like, is her pussy that good? let me think about that.
Let me tell you something.
Like,
if that was an interracial couple, and it was like, say, I don't know, Lance Gross as fucking as the Adrian Brody character. Lance Gross would have came in there with a fucking 9mm and put a bullet in that fucking creature's head, and I'll been done. Credits.
And now here's the funny thing too. They talked about that too. If it gets out of hand, they have to terminate it and shit like that. And they never did. They had reason after reason after reason. And finally, I like this part. Dren had a fever or some bullshit and was dying. And
this motherfucker.
And Adrian Brody was like this. Like, hey, what do you do when you have a fever? You gotta get take a cold bath. He put her in the water.
Oh, he was drowning.
Adrian Brody. Mm-hmm. And Adrian Brody what I would have done. I'm gonna drown this motherfucker. He goes all the way for it.
Bro, I laughed too because Sarah Pauly was had that look like you really wanted to kill her, and he just kind of had a look like, I was trying to save her. I was trying to save her. Yeah.
How'd you know she could breathe underwater? He's like, she had the gill sack thing. I know. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Gill sacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw him. Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah. Totally. Right there. She's
you see him right there?
Did. Yeah. And then she like, you did know that, right? And the look on Adrian's face like, bitch, I'm going to put you under that water next. Leave me alone.
That black dude that got tased like, I'm going to kill you, bitch.
I mean, man, look, Adrian at this point, and I had it. Make it even worse, Adrian's brother, who was working there as there also, who knows, he got attacked by Dren because Dren is still predatorial. I have no idea what's going on.
She has wings. And at that point, that's when you should really decide, you know what, let's put a bullet in this fucking chick's head and be done with this shit. But no. People are going to find out. And look, and I like how they had to sit down and have a powwow about it. And look, Adrian's brother was like,
are you going to snitch?
Are you going to snitch? Like, look, man, dude, we got to fucking do something, man.
The thing is this. They're saying people are going to find out, okay, you kill her, burn the fucking body. They ain't going to know.
I mean, done. But no. And this is the best part. His brother checks him. Like how much, so you're just doing it for her, huh? Like, come on, man. Why you keep on sticking, why you keep on sticking up for her, man? And at that point again, Adrian had that look. Is the pussy really that good?
Is it? Is it?
Is it really? Because I don't know. I think we're getting a little bit too far here.
But to the movie's credit, then, they confirmed later on when she basically jumped that man on the couch. And it was like, yeah, it was. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I like that shit, too. Because jumping on the couch and then foreshadowing, I guess. Because...
Yes. Yes. Creeping ass. And why didn't he say... You know what? I'm asking too many damn questions.
I would have said some shit. But then again, the real nigga in me would have been doing the motherfucking Patrick Bateman off of motherfucking American Psycho, going motherfucking Mr. Marcus on her, going, yeah.
Let me tell you something, man.
Not the Macho Man, D. Not the Macho Man.
Let me tell you
something,
man.
Yes, I would, nigga.
I remember seeing this in theaters, right?
You went to theaters to see this, nigga?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm sitting there, and because you know what it was, the marketing for this movie, they pushed the whole thing of executive produced by Guillermo del Toro, and then you say that shit, and everybody that's a Guillermo del Toro fan will flock to this fucking movie. So
rub their nipples.
Yeah. So I mean, granted, the monster design for Dren does kind of feel very del Toro-ish to a degree, so I don't blame them for leaning into that. But I remember watching it, and just the whole sequence of her kind of being all sexual and shit, it was like a lot of people just had that what the fuck? What's going on here?
Wait, which time? Which time? Because the neck thing when she was dancing with Adrian, that shit legitimately unsettled me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yo, this is what happens. So they finally take her out to the country. Like I said again, Adrian Bill was like, bitch, how long did you have this fucking house? And apparently, like I said, I don't know, her and her mama, they got into a fight or some shit. Somebody got pile drive through the fucking stairs. We don't know what happened. So something happened at that place, and she like, all right, fuck it. So they had this big barn, big enough for her, for Dren to be there. But Dren immediately runs off in the woods and eats a fucking rabbit. And they play it up like it's cute. Like, aw, she ate the rabbit.
It's like, dang, cute.
And I'm sitting there like, this is... You kill her. Kill her now. Just because that's another one, right? There are so many times where you say white people kill it when it jumped his brother. Okay, it obviously can't be trusted around no other human. We have to kill it. No, you let it live. When that thing had a fever and, well, Adrian tried. Never mind. Adrian tried.
He tried.
But then again, that right there, look, shoot her in the back of the head. You can't deal with it. You can't deal with it. Finally put her in the barn, put her back in the barn. Dren wants to go outside, and she's starting to be defiant. And it's some of the funniest white people shit ever, because your girl Sarah is actually going full white mom on her.
Man, listen,
Like, no, you can't go outside.
Like, I haven't lived until I've seen a white woman get cursed off with a fucking Scrabble piece. That's amazing.
I know, right?
It's fucking glorious.
I love when she said tedious. I'm like, yo!
I'm like, I feel you, Dren. I fucking feel you.
Oh, yo, ball, you whack, nigga. You whack, ball.
Oh my god, man! This like
yo, and then
I got another question. So like, they say they had her locked in the barn, but like, I'm gonna be real with you, man. That barn didn't look that stable. Like,
no, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Tell me she could have not got out of that motherfucker. Cause like,
real talk, man.
Because I'm sitting here waiting on it.
I was alright.
I'm sitting here waiting on it. Like any other movie would have revealed like she had been sneaking out and shit, you know. But then that would require, you know, something to actually happen in the movie.
You know what I mean? You would expect like, like a trail of like dead like farmers and shit in the backyard.
Meanwhile, in the midst of them being so caught up with Dren, they've been neglecting their duties. Now, we mentioned earlier when they were, because the first time we saw the fact that they were neglecting their duties is when they were told, like, hey, you guys still doing that experiment for this meeting that's coming up and stuff? Like D said, we got billionaires. They're like, yeah, we're hitting some snags. Then, like, 2 weeks later and shit, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we got this big meeting, and the male, like, chimera thing and the female chimera were supposed to mate. Turns out that the female turned into a male.
Now, that was funny. That was funny as hell, because first off, Dren, Dren left the they had to catch Dren. She was on the roof and all that shit. And, no, it was another part, because Dren got knocked upside the head with a motherfucking shovel. Mm-hmm. Yes, she did. Rightfully so. Well, I always say rightfully so, because Sarah, she was getting on my nerves at that point, man. And I liked it because it was like this slight jealousy, because she saw that Dren drew pictures of Adrian, and she was like, "Where are the pictures of me?" She like walked off on her ass like, "Damn!" And they got into a little back and forth. She hit Dren upside the head, and she tied Dren down to a table and cut off her tail, because she tried. I'm like, yo. And then you took that part, I guess, used it on one of the little chimeras or whatever. So anyway, the big day comes, and they unveil the whole thing. These two little chimeras come out, and they like, they lower the little shield so they both communicate with each other, right? And they both stand upward, and they both start shaking. And then spikes come out, and then they start killing each other. And
it went 0 to 100. It went 0 to 100.
I got to be honest with you. That was some freaky shit. I don't know what to say.
I mean, yeah. So they found out that in them doing their genetic splicing, they didn't account for the fact that the female can actually switch over to a male. And that created a lot of... Basically, it made two aggressive fucking creatures, which turned out in them fighting each other and killing each other, and they have no protein to extract from said creatures since they killed each other.
You know what, Chris? I hate to be this person, but when that line was said that the female, if aggressive enough, can turn into a male, and right there, a bunch of people on Tumblr said, "See? I am a man."
I wasn't gonna say that, but
I was trying, dude. Why'd you see? Jeez. I was trying to, man.
I mean, I got respect.
Fuck, I laugh. They coming for my ass.
Like themselves. That is not how gender works. And yes, I respect people who are trans. I really do. But I'm just gonna be real. I hate it when dudes go into sports. I really do. I just really do.
This is something
that's
a lot of
bullshit, dog. You got 20 plus years of testosterone pumping in you versus a girl. Nigga, you are automatically on steroids. That's fucked up, bro. That is fucked up, man.
I mean, look, it's one of those situations where Splice ain't the first movie that's done this, where I'm just it's like, what is this fascination of just this transformation immediately? I'm like, that's not how science works. What are we doing here, guys? Like,
is that how science works? Because I thought in some type of
well, I mean, I know insects. I know insects can, if I remember correctly. There is. I'm trying to think which insect can do that.
What? A couple. I like fish can do that too, can't they?
Yeah, but then again, I'm not surprised because again, I forgot that they spliced her with human and animal DNA. So yeah, no shit, they probably did splice her with like one of the animals to do that.
But then again, that's the evolutionary shit where something, where evolution dictates that you need to be male or more aggressive or something in general hardens you. You know what I mean? That happens through evolution. I guess like in this type of instance, yeah, it just turned into a male. I have no fucking idea. Because they did this whole little weird thing where they imprinted on each other. And I got to be honest with you, hearing the word imprinted coming out of a scientist's mouth is like, ew.
Hey, look, Twilight, they did that whole thing with Wolf Boy imprinting on the fucking chick and the dude's kid and shit. And it created a very weird relationship where that was weird. That was weird.
Look, that movie had enough fucking problems. Don't bring that part up.
I know. That I just remember everybody was just like, well, that's weird.
Here's me. Pedophile.
Exactly. But no. The Wolf Boy got 8-pack, so we don't give a shit apparently. So
Yeah, he says, "Catch me if you can." No. What'd he say? Not if I fight.
Not if I find you first.
We gotta watch that fucking movie.
R.I.P. John Singleton, man. That is the.
Oh my God, man! That had to be on John Singleton's record, man. That's terrible, bro.
That is red. That's terrible. That is red on his fucking ledger right there. Goddamn, man.
What's this? We don't talk about that shit.
We don't talk about that. We do not talk.
Let's talk about Baby Boy again.
Look. Here's my thing, though. I guess we've reached that point where we just talk about that moment.
Yeah, so Adrian's with Dren, and Dren is feeling good. He's like, hey Dren, I know you're feeling bad. Come on, let's dance. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to dance. He starts dancing, and Dren, just to be honest with you, because she's fucking depressed, she can finally do some shit. And over time, the roles has switched from Adrian being the hard ass to him being the most loving person in the relationship, where Sarah is just being an asshole mom, and she doesn't realize it that she's acting just like her mom because most women don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they get up to dance and they all dance and all this shit, and then comes the shot where he sees her neck and all that, and. Looking at her eye, she's looking at him, and I'm thinking to myself two things. Number one, there are so many weird boners happening with some guys out here. and number two, I will translate what that look is. So, you want this box, daddy?
I mean, look, man. Look, Adrian Brody had a look of like, man, if I had... Nope. I'm out of here. And he ran the fuck out of here. I mean, maybe if I had 2 beers in me, maybe.
Well, what gets me is when he goes back. When he goes back over to her, and he's just like they do like some weird shit, like, I'm sorry. And they just start kissing like, no.
Yeah.
And
good job, Woody. Real good fucking job.
You know what's the worst part? When they were dancing the first time, I remember saying it out loud, and I'll say those words again. When they start dancing and they go into slow motion, she's like tilting her head back. Here's me. Don't put your dick in it.
And he put his dick in it.
Like, dope. Yo, now real talk. I'm not saying nothing, but the part where she grabbed her tail and she snapped down at that nigga. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, that's kind of hot. That's kind of hot. All right, I give you that. I give you that, movie. That was a good move. But Adrian starts smashing cheeks. I'm like, really smashing
and
cheeks?
He is
like,
not lying, because smashing cheeks encompasses when Sarah Pauly finds him, he's sweating his ass off like he just put in work.
Sarah just had this look like, yo.
He tore that shit up. That dude was sweating like
he was dripping.
He put in an hour worth of just pumping and grinding and shit. I'm like, God damn, dude, really?
Now, all right, now D got to ask the most important question, guys. How good you think it was?
Well, considering that she had homegirl's DNA.
And also, I have to say this. I'm pretty sure Adrian Brody closed his eyes as he did it.
No.
Yeah.
No, his eyes were wide open. He was looking at dead in the face.
Nah, he was looking at dead in the face like, yeah, you weird monster. Yeah, you weird monster. Kind of looks like my wife. Take this cock. Yeah, Felicia Rashad.
Take this 3-inch penis.
Did you just say Felicia Rashad?
Hey, look, that's what Adrian. Hey, look, that's what Adrian Brody likes. Look, don't look at me.
Adrian Brody.
Why are you judging him?
Adrian Brody.
Why are you judging him?
Adrian Brody loves him some black women after he tongue kissed Halle Berry. So there you go. That's when he.
Here's the funny thing about that. No. Here's the funny thing. He's like, Halle Berry. I was thinking of Loretta Devine the whole time.
He literally pulled a fucking American Psycho as he's tonguing down fucking Halle Berry. He's eyeing over. He's looking his eye over the fucking the fucking old girl in the fucking audience.
Yo, anyway.
You're next.
But anyway, I like how she the dude had to do the walk of shame then when he runs outside.
The deception. The deceit. It's like, what?
Yo, he runs over to the car like she wasn't going to spin motherfucking tires and shit.
Bruh, I like how she had to discuss it. He was like, hey, you're the one that put her DNA in there. I had
look, man.
So that's the shit that killed me.
You're the one that has to walk around this barn with no panties on. What do you think was going to happen? I'm just saying.
Your DNA was in it. That could have been us.
Wait. I'm sorry. What pride?
Hey, look, all I'm saying is, you know she didn't have no panties on. You know she did.
First off,
she
you're right.
she got the dress on. She didn't have nothing on.
Yeah. Prime is joking, but she had no panties on. I mean,
they
just threw a dress on her and said, go for it.
I'm just saying, man.
Hanging from the rafters and shit is just flapping in the breeze. I
mean, yo, it make it worse.
This is the most important question, even on top of that, though, before you continue, D. Was it shaved?
Of course it was. Remember, that was her thing. She couldn't have hair like her Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Remember, that was the thing. Yeah, that was a plot point that didn't go nowhere, by the way.
Yeah, it was
that went nowhere, by the way. I was actually kind of mad at that. I thought there was going to be this thing where she goes scalping bitches at night or some shit. Nope, nothing came of it.
This ain't species,
that's
sir.
That's a different move. That will require something to be fucking happening.
Well, I hear that.
That's not this movie.
I hear that. No, here's the funny thing. I do love that gaslighting my nigga does, though, right there. She's like, see, this would have fucking happened if you never put the human DNA in it. If you never put your DNA in it. And I'm hearing there like this, like, whoa. Are you pretty much telling your wife that, see, if you never put it in there, then I never would have fucked it in the first place? Like, that's some grade A gaslighting, my nigga.
It's a bold strategy. I mean,
that's a bold strategy, nigga.
Cotton. Let's see where this goes.
I'm like, yo, and guess what? She bought it. She went with it. She's like, I know. I'm like, bitch. Don't let him get away with that. He fucked your alien daughter. Don't do that. Yo, he just Woody Allen your motherfucking science project. Don't let him get away with that shit.
I mean, and the thing of it is, once it starts getting crazy, that's when the movie decides, all right, we gotta fucking open this shit up, and that's when one of the corporate people roll up to their fucking cabin and finds fucking Dren, and I'm like, oh, oof.
I love that nigga. That nigga pull up like, where is it? Where is it?
Yeah.
You think I need to fucking know? Here's me, like, dude, we got like 10 minutes left. You about to die, dog. Don't even try.
Time out though. I'm looking at him like, so you knew and didn't say shit. You're just as much of a dickhole as they are.
Damn thing. Like, bruh, why did you wait till now to show up? So guess what happens? This motherfucker takes it in the neck
Gets
off
fucking
book.
clapped. Gets clapped.
I'll be just off the break. Clapped.
Oh no! Well, you gotta realize too. You gotta realize too. Hold on though. You gotta realize too. He sees Dren and was like, "Man, we might have something." And all of a sudden, Dren was like, "Oh nah, motherfucker, you seen too much." Bam! I'm like, "Oh well, that sucks."
So this is after she digivolved into what is this? Her ultimate form?
Yeah, her ultimate form.
Yeah. This is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she did digivolve into her ultimate form at this point because the movie's still going crazy at this point because now Dren is out in the woods and all of a sudden you find out that Dren isn't Dren no more. Dren is Drew. Yeah, it's a man now, baby.
Drew likes pussy now. And Drew...
Yeah. Drew...
And said
Drew
in the deepest voice inside you. The second time this movie made my skin fucking crawl.
Bruh, was that a rape scene?
Let me tell you something. My nigga Drew washes motherfucking Adrian's brother. Then Adrian, for some reason, because we got to make him live a little bit, this motherfucker gets dragged in the water. There's some weird little thing. That went nowhere, by the way. And he gets out of the water, and then he gets motherfucking killed by Drew.
No. He gets knocked out, and then she rapes fucking Sarah Pauly, then he gets killed. Because remember, he came up behind her, trying to fucking
he did come up like that. Yeah.
He tried to pull the brother rock maneuver, and it did not work.
No, it wasn't the rock maneuver. Like, it did work, and homegirl got up, and she was going to smash Drew in the head, but she hesitated, and Drew then, like, looked at Adrian Brody, and then stabbed his ass in the chest.
It's like you look like your wife, don't I? Yep. Bam. Done.
Man,
so I have a question.
Brother Rock blessed him.
I have a question. So, Drew's stroke game, do you think he learned it from Adrian?
Probably.
Yeah, because he came in underneath 2 minutes. No, seriously. That was a quick cum shot, dog.
That was the quickest. I mean, look. That was a... See, the scene is already squirmy because it's basically rape. You know, but
ain't no basic.
It is
great.
No, I say basically because the movie tries to make it like it's some beautiful thing, and I'm like, this ain't beautiful. What are you doing, movie? You can't do this.
Chris, yes, it is. We're having a genderless baby come into a world that doesn't want it. That's why it's beautiful.
It's like rape is not beautiful. Guys. What are you doing here?
Somebody's coming on, right? Yeah, buddy.
The fact that she used a stinger to do it, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like,
the thing that killed me about that was, and it was just so slight. I'm like, no, what got me was when he said inside, you just heard rip. I'm like, damn, this nigga knew where panties was located. That is amazing. See, evolution. See, this is the weird thing about the human condition, y'all. The weird thing is that we do a lot of things naturally. If you're drowning, that's not you. That's your body doing it. Like certain things, your body just automatically knows what to fucking do. In case of getting them draws, everybody turns into an anime villain.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yo, so how do we end this fucking movie? Well, we get to see the person that runs the whole company. She says, well, we heard everything that happened. We can't come out and say what happened to the public, but we are looking forward to our next step with you. Are you willing to have that? She's like, yes, I am. Sarah's just right there. And then Sarah signs a bill. Signs like a contract because they're going on with another project. And then she sits up and she's pregnant.
Oh, they also throw her a large fucking chunk of money too to shut her up. So there's that.
So here's the thing. So again, God damn it, white people.
Oh, time out though. You forgot. They said all that, but they also had Dren's body. So they can also... Yeah. They was like, oh yeah, we can begin filing patents because Jesus Christ, this girl's body has so much stuff for all these random drugs that we don't know what they're going to fucking do. We got to fucking patent this shit. And I'm like, so what are the drugs? Again, as Prime said, what the fuck are the drugs for?
You know what the fucked up part about this is? Dren's body probably saves the world from so many diseases.
Sickle cell, cancer, everything.
But who knew? All it took was for two scientists to not only break the rules, but fuck the said science project.
They took the ending to the fucking Fly too, because you remember at the end of the Fly, Gina Davis had a baby, and they had a hush her up too. So I'm very much shocked that they did not go the direct-to-DVD route with this film series.
Well, Chris, you just mentioned The Fly, so think about The Fly too. Yeah, we don't
care about that movie. It's like, oh, The Fly 2.
The Fly 2, look, it's kind of funny. Everybody likes to talk about like what's the worst sequels of all time. The Fly 2 needs to be up there. I don't know why nobody mentions it. It's terrible.
It's Gina Davis stunt double because they couldn't get her for the sequel, and then Eric Stoltz is in it, and then it got weird where it's some interspecies sex popping off and shit, and then boom, he's back to being 100% human. I'm like, well, this is a waste of my fucking time.
The whole movie, hey, look, whatever, man. But yeah, so this is how we end Splice. We end Splice on this woman about to have a baby, this weird hybrid of a baby.
That may or may not be as batshit crazy as Dren, maybe? I don't know.
Well, if it's being raised by her, pretty good chance it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's her.
Yo, I don't think I mentioned this before, but this is some white people shit.
Notice there was no black people in it except for that one black boardroom person. That was about it.
So, like, here's my thing, man. Like, is this a bad movie? No. Is it a good movie? No.
It's entertaining enough. It's there.
So my whole thing is like, I think the best word to describe this whole fucking film is like, I think it's underbaked. Like, there are things going on in here that are interesting, but I don't know if they're being held back by budget. I don't know if it's being held back by the imagination of the director. I don't know if it's being held back, but this movie is clearly a money laundering scheme, but something is keeping this movie.
I feel if this was Del Toro, it would have been a bit better.
I think it was just like his boy.
He would lean heavy on the horror aspect of it instead of like, oh, look at Dren, she's so cute. Del Toro would been like, nah, fuck that bitch. We want to uglify her ass. Nope. Nope.
More chicken legs.
I know, right?
I think this movie had, like you said, it is underbaked. It had a lot of good ideas. I think the conclusion of it, though, like the last act, when you really look at it, you could predict that was going to happen.
Yeah, they went straight basic Betty bitch at the end.
Yeah, can. It's like this. Like, you kind of thought the second that thing had legs and shit, it was a girl. A part of you thought, somebody's going to put their dick in it, aren't they?
Well, they missed out on the opportunity to have some scenes where Dren, say, for instance, you do a scene where Dren flies off into, like, town, and she's walking around.
Yeah.
You miss out on an opportunity for her to, like, get into some shenanigans in town or some shit, right? And we didn't get that. Because that would have been actually pretty interesting. Like, she's in town, and everybody's like, who the hell is this weird-looking chick, you know? And it's like, okay, and she gets into some shenanigans and say she kills a dude that tries to rape her or some shit. And it's like, oh, okay, well.
Actually, I think the second they noticed her legs, everybody would have been running in horror.
Yeah, that's right. I keep thinking it's like teenage.
Also, let's not mention that motherfucking, Majin Buu tail of hers. I think they would have said something about that.
No, that's Perfect Cell, sir.
No, Perfect Cell. I said Majin Buu. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of her skin color. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that motherfucking Perfect Cell tail of hers. Yeah, I think they would have ran from that. Also, something flew into the city like that.
But again, like, to have her fly around in the city and engage in other actors, that would require money. It requires something happening in the movie.
$30 million, though. It's like, damn, $30 million. And you filmed the majority of this shit in Canada, so...
Like,
I mean, look. I feel this movie didn't make budget. It didn't make budget, and I doubt it really made a lot in the home video market either. I really doubt that.
Nah, I mean,
this is not.
There's always a market. I'm saying there's always a market for great value species movies, but This wasn't it, Chief.
I mean, if you want to look at what beat it out, I mean, these are nothing but hits and stuff. Shrek Forever After.
It was dead on arrival. The movie had no chance.
Get him to the Greek.
Oh,
wow,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sex and the City 2.
Oh, hell no.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Oh, baby. Oh, well, no.
Marmaduke. Nigga, Marmaduke beat it out.
Marmaduke. I forgot there was a Marmaduke movie.
And then you got a little Marvel movie called Iron Man 2. So it was dead on fucking arrival.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dren. I didn't even know. I didn't realize.
And Iron Man 2 came out literally at the beginning of that month. So it was already fucked. So it was like, damn, everybody's still loving Iron Man 2, huh? They're still going back to the movies for like the umpteenth time for Iron Man 2? Yeah, you were done.
Wait. So what time, what day of the year, what
June
time
4th.
of the year?
June 4th, 2010. Huh? June 4th, 2010.
Wow. I mean, it was the busiest season for movies, man. You fucked up.
I mean,
you didn't make budget during that time. That tells you some shit right there, nigga.
I mean, hey, at least it beat out, that Russell Crowe Robin Hood movie. I mean, which, I'm sorry, man. It's amazing that somehow they came out with a Robin Hood movie that was boring as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, Russell Crowe, how did you accomplish that? How?
I don't understand how motherfucking Robin Hood Men in Tights is washing all of these Robin Hood movies.
Well, except for Prince of Thieves. You gotta show some respect to Prince of Thieves.
Man, fuck Prince of Thieves, man.
Wow. Damn, man.
I didn't like Prince of Thieves, man.
You didn't like Morgan Freeman?
No, I didn't like American Robin Hood.
Oh, you mean Kevin Costner not giving a shit about putting on an accent? That Robin
Oh
Hood?
my god, man. That's some American shit right there,
Hi,
nigga.
Maid Marian. How's it going? I'm like, is this supposed to be British Robin Hood? Alright, I guess.
Yeah, but look, anyway. So, that's it with this motherfucking movie, because there's nothing else to fucking say. Is there something else that's going to surprise us about this shit?
Not really.
Huh?
Not
Nothing.
Really. Nothing.
This was some white people bullshit. But thankfully, next week is going to be even more white people fun bullshit, because this shit next week is going to be fun. Next week, we're going to do the fucking Hollow Man. The Hollow Man.
What do you mean, Rape the Invisible Man?
Yes!
Can I be real about this? This is very timely because me and DJ Sue talked about that on the Invisible Man movie review. It's just timely that the Invisible Man movie that's out in theaters now, and we're talking about Hollow Man, which is like, it's a 180 from the fucking Invisible Man movie that's out now. The Hollow Man is just a different beast entirely, and it's like, holy shit.
The Hollow Man did a lot of different shit. It was innovative at the time, only because you got to see a titty get sucked with nobody in front of it. That's made.
I saw Elizabeth Shue's titties, and I was like, oh shit. Right.
That wasn't Elizabeth Shue. That wasn't Elizabeth Shue. That was I do not know her name. I will know her name next week when we talk about this fucking movie. Yeah. But
that's damn it, white people on a different level.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And also, it's our first Kevin Bacon movie.
Interesting.
We have not touched Kevin Bacon at all. I mean it. We have never done none of this.
It's ironic because most somebody's gonna be like, "You didn't do Tremors?" And no, we didn't. That is very much shocking.
But y'all did talk about First Class. I don't
that was
remember.
A movie review, guys, and that was early 3BG on YouTube back when I did that.
Yo, I don't remember shit.
I just remember. I remember D just said you gave the cornet face during the review, and that's about it. And I was like, oh, I did. You did, man. Yep, I did.
I barely remember that, but whatever. But yeah, that's it. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Auf Wiedersehen.